Fortnite Season 2 is here, and it looks like the island is about to turn into a full-blown multiverse. Massive collabs, high stakes for this season, new factions. There's just so much going on. Honestly, Epic has built up even more hype this time than they did for the start of Season 1.
This is your last chance, fish. Here.
Launch day of the new season, 1.2 million players. Less than a random Tuesday last week. VBuck's prices are rising. Battle Pass rewards cut in half. AI brain rot in the trailer. Season 2 just became the most controversial Fortnite launch in years. This is what actually happened, the real issues hurting this game, and Epic's response to all of this. The cost of running Fortnite's gone up, and Epic needs to raise the prices to pay the bills. That was the surprise announcement right before this season, and now you get less V-Bucks for the same price. While at the same time, the Battle Pass gives half the amount of V-Bucks for completing it. Within a day, social media was flooded, saying do not play on March 19th. Our goal, lower the player count on the first day of the new season. What do you know? The amount of players on launch day was criminally low. An actual icon skin, Gref G, even joined in on the boycott, claiming he would not buy this season's Battle Pass because of it. And when the season finally dropped, the V-Buck price change went live, and this actually broke the best feature in the shop. For a while, you've been able to buy the exact amount of V-Bucks you need, but the price changes broke that, forcing players to overspend. Epic responded to that, saying you could just buy your V-Bucks directly from them, and you'll get 20% cash back on the Epic store. But that only gives you money back, with many fans arguing it's not a real discount. Fortnite's been review bombed on every app store with 1-star ratings across the board. But keep in mind, all of this happened in the build-up to Season 2, and now that it's out, fans feel even more justified in their protest. Because in the background of the live-action trailer for the season, you can spot Tung Tung Sahar. Italian brain rot is coming to Fortnite, and it's just rubbing salt into the wound for people who are pissed at Epic. Fortnite's paying for AI-generated characters. And for a game fighting the criticism of losing its core identity, it's a bad look happening at the worst time. You see, Fortnite devs have been teasing this season for months now, claiming it would feel like a totally fresh start for the game. It'd have a different loot pool, months of effort put into features, POIs that feel incredible, secret loot spots, all of it solving the biggest criticisms of this chapter. But fans logged in and found that 80% of the entire season's loot pool has been locked away. Epic's plan is to slowly roll out new content to us over the next 28 days, and it's now up to the fans to actually unlock them. By completing the rivalry contracts, we're earning points for our team, and depending on the progress, more guns will unlock. Personally, I think it's a fun idea. I like the fact that the community gets to battle against each other like this, but I also think that shoving the actual content of the game behind this system, it just makes the first week of the season feel bland.
Saying that the game was...
Not only are the weapons locked, but they're behind walls that literally take 1.6 billion rivalries to be won per item. Now this might seem like a lot, but in just 3 days, we've already unlocked both gauntlets. Not too bad. But that was just Act 1. We still have 3 more of these to do, meaning we won't even get future update content when it drops. We'll have to earn it every time. The biggest gut punch was claims of Fortnite rigging the contest, and it could be because of The Rock. Let me explain. It turns out Epic were secretly boosting the points for Team Foundation on launch day, and for every rivalry completed by that team, they would get 1.2 times the amount of points compared to Team Ice King. This was an insane discovery, and it was disabled once leakers pointed it out, causing a wild conspiracy theory. Because in the past, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been exposed for having a weird clause in his contract, and it says he can never lose a battle in a movie. And this has caused fans to speculate, what if it's the same in Fortnite? Is Team Foundation legally obligated to win the season? And it's even more ironic when you realize that during the points boost, Fortnite literally tweeted the words, "This time your choices matter." Well, Epic's official response to this is that the points boost was a total accident and it was meant for an upcoming power hour. Knowing how things work, I'm sure this was a mistake and there's not a lot to the conspiracy, but it doesn't help when Fortnite says it's struggling to pay bills and then hires one of the most expensive actors in Hollywood. And the bad timing announcements continue, because when the price rise was announced, fans started calling them out for giving 40% of their earnings, $722 million, to UEFN map makers. And right after that, Fortnite blundered again with another announcement. To celebrate the launch, all supporter creator codes are getting boosted by 3x, with fans kind of feeling like, hey, it looks like they're bribing creators to come back and cover the season. Now, as a Fortnite creator, do what you think is right, but, while we're here, now, most of the season is locked behind challenges, but there are new items you can use today, except these are also locked behind rivalry credits. They are insanely expensive. Like, just to pick up an exotic RPG for a single match, you need to win 60 rivalries to unlock it, and then build enough credits to then actually buy it. Even simple items like legendaries are locked behind rivalry wins. And honestly, it just feels like they've taken all the RNG out of a battle royale game and are gonna give all the best weapons to sweats. Especially when you realize some of these are straight up abilities like infinite stamina or even marking player locations. It feels like a content drought, and that's made worse when there's literally bosses and NPCs around the map who weren't even ready on launch. For example, Foundation is not a boss. He barely gives you any dialogue, doesn't sell you anything. They've clearly put him here way too early before he could actually provide items like his rift gun or other stuff that is currently locked behind a paywall. You've also got the Ice King who fights you with his gauntlets, but wouldn't drop them for the first 2 days. So it almost feels like we're playing an early access demo of Season 2 where nothing is ready yet. In some of my recent videos, I talked about the mysterious upcoming mode that Fortnite's been testing. They flew out creators to test this, and it's been in the works for so long, we all thought it was the long-rumored extraction game. Well, the mysterious mode has finally been revealed, and it's box fights. Yeah, the thing that has been in Fortnite for years, and it's literally the whole reason most people play UEFN. So Epic are officially cloning creative maps, and it's just confusing. Like, do you want map makers or Epic to actually make these things? They've also been pushing hard to get mobile players back now that Fortnite's on the Google Play Store again, and by pushing hard, I mean just straight up giving mobile aimbot. I gotta be fair to Epic here and mention that within just a few hours, this was already fixed, so it's nice to see them being super proactive. They've even responded to a ton of the criticisms, and also as funny as the other new item, bouncing boomsticks, which were so broken on day one, they straight up exploded in your hand. What the? Obviously a hilarious bug, but it was a genuine problem, and luckily Epic also fixed this one as fast as possible, but there is something that they likely can't solve. Now that one person gets selected to be the bus driver, there's no way to change it once they've been picked. So players are straight up trolling the entire lobby. It's a natural instinct. Even Loser Fruit tried to drive everyone in the water.
I'm the bus driver! Let's go! Left, we're going this way. Left, guys, left, we're going up. Left. It's auto-correcting me. No, I'm saying left!
Even with Epic's own guardrails to stop people veering off the island, we're still seeing everyone get trolled and forced to drop into the tiny corners of the map. It's a good thing Season 2's glitches are funny rather than dangerous. Like, we're even seeing some weird bugs out there, like how the Season X umbrella has been freaking out.
Oh my god!
But some of them are actually ruining the game. If you have the infinite overdrive effect before jumping into the hyperloop, it'll literally shove you under the map and keep you here until the storm wipes you out. Now, I want to talk about one of the biggest complaints we've seen in all of Chapter 7 because it's still happening this season. Sidekick animations are all exactly the same. Many fans claim the quality of these expensive animals is just not getting better. It's one of the biggest criticisms in the whole game and seriously needs to be addressed. Most fans agree the new Ice King biome looks incredible, and I personally love it. Same for Squibbly's POI. But the other two, come on, the reskins of last season that don't really feel different at all. Fans are complaining about how they just changed Lethal Labs for like the 4th time in a row. Plus, Area 51 isn't a mysterious cool government facility anymore. It's the exact same POI with a 7 theme on top of it. Not only that, but even the weapons feel like reskins. The bouncing boomsticks are just cluster grenades with the OG Dynamite look, and the rivalry system, the whole thing the season's based on, it's literally just bounties from Chapter 2. I gotta be fair here and say that it's easy to look at this and think, wow, the whole season is just a reskin. But I do think that most of the backlash here is because the actual unique weapons, things that Epic poured so much effort into, are not even in the game yet. We're judging the content that's in front of us rather than what's been promised to us, which leads me to how Epic is responding to all of this criticism. I genuinely think, and most people agree, that Epic has to revert the V-Bucks price change or do what they've always done and compromise. Unfavorable changes to players have always had a trade-off, but this is the first time in a while the players genuinely got the bad end of the deal. The glitches, stale content, it's all stuff Epic will fix over time. That's how they've always responded. But the boycott over V-Bucks, well, they said a 20% cashback, but raising the prices by like 10%, that's the compromise. Albeit, the cashback has been in the game for months now. This week, and the players' response will show whether Epic can push harder on monetization or both. I think the price increases are here to stay. Low. Patience is a virtue. And with Ted saying he thinks this will go down as a top 5 season, we just have to wait until all of the content is out.
The signal's coming from in there? Seriously?
No more Mr. Ice Guy. Two legends battle for control of the island. Choose a side, settle the score. Will you stand with Team Foundation, or will you fight for Team Ice King? The first time you log in, you'll be presented with the decision to choose your team. This choice matters. It affects how the season evolves and which new weapons you'll unlock over the course of the season. The winning team at the end of the season will decide which bonus Battle Pass style of either the Ice King or the Foundation unlocks for all Battle Pass owners. Once you've picked a team to fight for, you're ready to hop into Battle Royale and start earning points for your team. New rivalry screens can be found across the Battle Royale island. Head to one to challenge another player to fight. The more rivalries you win, the more points you earn for your team, and the more rewards you unlock. Taking out your rival rewards you with rival credits, which can be spent at rivalry gear machines to purchase exotic weapons, powerful perks, and rarity upgrades. Unlock additional in-game and physical rewards like NVIDIA graphics cards, PlayStation 5s, team merch, and more. So who will you fight for? Team Foundation or Team Ice King? Jump in, eliminate your rivals, and settle the score.
Well, let's step back for a minute and admire the view of our brand new Season 2 island. There's a lot changed, and our first stop is at the redesigned version of Lethal Labs. This has now completely turned into the Dark Voyager's headquarters as Dark Dominion. The Zero Point has been pretty much reassembled now, with just a few pieces missing, and you'll quickly discover the Dark Voyager as a boss here with a bunch of drones defending him. If you take out his Echo, you'll get a brand new legendary Chaos Reloader shotgun. Now, the second you boot up this new season, you'll be given a choice. You want to pick Team Foundation or Team Ice King. Serious deja vu to anyone who played in the Spy season when you had to pick a permanent side. But instead of unlocking edit styles, this is actually going to bring new weapons to this season. I'll break down everything that we have to bring to the loot pool later in this video, but for now, all you need to know is that you'll actually need to carefully choose your team, because you can't change it afterwards. Depending on who wins by the end of the season, they'll get an exclusive style for the Foundation or Ice King. This is all part of a brand new rivalry feature where you can become rivals with other players in your lobby, and wiping them out will reward you with points. It's pretty much the old bounty system, but with way more incentive to actually get it done. So for example, you have 5 minutes only to track down your enemy, and the game tells you exactly where they are. Defeat them, and you'll get a new currency that can be spent on exotics and abilities. Plus, there's even a global leaderboard that shows who's contributing the most to their team. More contracts you do, the more points everyone gets to unlock more items later in the season. Season 2 has also given us some brand new Rift anomalies just to fit into this new system. There's a chance that Rivalry Rumble can activate, and this will give every single person in the match a rivalry at the same time, plus bonus credits for completing them. But there's also a chance of getting the Storm Focus anomaly that'll straight up reveal the final storm at the start of a match and change its shape. I'll just say, it's impossible to miss one of the largest POIs we've ever seen in Fortnite. Frigid Fortress, the domain of the Ice King, has been transported to the map, and it's 10 times bigger than Polar Peak from Chapter 1. This castle extends the entire length of the whole ice biome, and it looks insane. Not only will you find the Ice King here, but he's also supported by a second boss for Lady Windfrost, one of our new Battle Pass skins. Right now, they actually don't drop anything special, but that's because his true item, the Ice King Gauntlets, will be unlocked when his rivalry team reaches the threshold. The gauntlets look incredible. You'll be able to fire icicles as your main attack, or unleash a huge ice storm that deals damage to a large area. These will be the very first thing that unlocks once Team Ice King hits the milestones, and it might even be available by the time you watch this video. And as you look around the map, especially the ice biome, you'll find a ton of 0-point shards that can distort your gameplay. One of them will give you Icy Feed, while this one will enable low gravity. You can also get this effect from a ton of fish that have returned around the shard, like the Vendetta Flopper. If you jump into them, you'll also be rifted into the sky, which is great for mobility, especially now that one of these shards will give you the 0-point dash ability. If you seriously want mobility though, you can find the brand new Skyline Deployer. This will shoot a zipline literally anywhere you aim. It's attached through a balloon, and you get 3 shots before you need to recharge. Not only that, but once you reach the end of your rope, you can use a redeploy to take you even further. But I'll say, not everyone's impressed by it.
This is garbage. I mean, this is literally awful.
And so this made me wonder, would every Fortnite streamer rank this season 1 through 10? And at the end of this video, I'll show you what they said. But before I get to that, all the talk lately has been about what Fortnite would do to the Area 51 POI. We've known it would get a huge overhaul in Season 2, and now it's called New Sanctuary. It's not just a reference to Chapter 3, but a redesign to make this the Seven's official headquarters in their fight against the Ice King and Dark Voyager. Honestly, the layout is pretty much the exact same as before, it's just been tidied up and given a fresh face, and here you'll find the Order and the Foundation as NPCs. This is pretty much where we're getting all the insights into how the story's going so far. You might run around this season and find a shockwave grenade, but when you pick it up, it has a totally different name. Well, you're actually looking at an overdrive grenade. As you can see, this blasts you away just like the shockwave, but without destroying builds. Instead, you'll get an unlimited sprint power-up for a while, which is actually worth the trade-off. Let's move on to another huge POI added for Season 2, and this one is all the way on the left side of the map. Say hello to Squibbly Shores. This is the home place of another new Battle Pass skin, Squibbly, and there's even a boss here that can turn invisible and throw squids at you. Once you wipe him out, Squibbly will drop a legendary combat AR, some gold, and of course, a slurpfish. But fans are hunting for a completely different weapon this season, the brand new DMR that can beam people from miles away. This is the Vector 7. Honestly, one of my favorite weapons added so far, unlike the bouncing boomsticks. These are a mix of cluster grenades and OG dynamite, and they look pretty much identical, but they work like this. Honestly, I don't really think anyone's gonna actually use these, especially when we have way better items around the corner, because that brings me to what Fortnite locked you out of. As people complete rivalry contracts and earn points for their team, they'll hit milestones that add a brand new item to the loot pool. Both teams have 5 rewards each for Stage 1 of the season, which means there are literally 10 things that you can't play with right now, and fans are really bummed out about it. This season honestly doesn't feel like a grand update, because even though Epic worked their butts off to give us a ton of new content, we're not going to be able to experience any of it right now. It's basically a drip feed. On the Foundation side, their first reward will be the Seven's Power Gloves. These will have unlimited charges that have to regenerate, with your main attack being a dash punch. And you can also hit people with an uppercut. Next up will be the Seven's Cluster Cannon, and it does exactly what you expect. This will be followed by an exotic version of the Vector 7 DMR, which is going to be the Foundation's Rift Rifle from all of those Chapter 2 live events. Then, his team will unlock golden fishing spots, which kind of benefits everyone, honestly, and the vault key for this 7 compound in New Sanctuary. And right now, you can't open it until you reach that milestone. If you decide to pick Team Ice King, first, you'll get some less interesting rewards, because it starts off with the Ice King gauntlets that I showed you earlier, but then it's followed by Slapperoni Pizza. Literally just a reskinned version of the old Beats item, except it also gives you a slap for eating it. After that, there's a new Rift anomaly that'll be unlocked called Stabilize, and this one does sound pretty good. It'll give you a chance of a drone swarm spawning, and when you take them down, they'll drop loot from previous seasons. The remaining 2 rewards aren't anything as special, literally just an enhanced harpoon gun and the Ice King's Vault Key. But there's an exclusive reward that you can get right now, and that's a secret edit style for the Foundation. Anyone who gets the Battle Pass in the first week of the season will unlock an exclusive stealth tech style that is gone forever after March 26th. And this style doesn't just include his outfit, but will also appear for the backbling, glider, and pickaxe. So if you buy the Battle Pass, use code T5G to support my channel. I'll really appreciate it. Speaking of the Battle Pass, I've shown you most of the headliners like the Ice King, Lady Windfrost, the Foundation, and Squibbly, but there is plenty more outfits that make this one of our coolest Battle Passes in years. This is Dasha, a former member of the Imagined Order, and on the other side of the coin we have Elite Jules. That's right, she is back, and this might be one of my favorite Jules designs we have ever had. She is also joined by the Order, and a collab that everyone has been excited for is Bugs Bunny. It looks incredible, and Fortnite knows this, so they made him the only skin in the whole Battle Pass that is locked behind a level requirement. That means you gotta be rank 85 just to get this guy, which kinda sucks, but at least the rest of the Looney Tunes will be in the item shop later this season. But did you know, there's a collab with one of the biggest TV shows of all time happening in just 24 hours, and that's Game of Thrones. That's right, out of nowhere, Fortnite just announced that it's coming to the item shop tomorrow night. It's to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the show, and includes Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, and the Night King. Honestly, this fits perfectly with the whole ice versus fire element to this season, and apparently Jon Snow is even going to be reactive to the time of day, while Daenerys will be customizable. I love Game of Thrones, and if you do too, feel free to use code T5G in the item shop if you decide to pick him up. Now you might be wondering, where's Captain America we saw in the trailer? He's not in the pass, and that's because he's hitting the shop tonight along with a brand new Iron Man, because they're MCU collabs in the lead up to Doomsday. Tony's finally got his earlier suits with the Mark III, and Cap's entering the fight with his first Avenger outfit, but that's not all. One of the best parts of Fortnite collabs is when it affects the gameplay, and right now you can hop into Blitz to play on the Stark Island once again, and this time there's a bunch of Marvel Mythics on offer. Instead of just War Machine's arsenal and Iron Man's repulsors, you could also get your hands on Cap's shield, Doom's gauntlets, even Gwenpool's SMGs. Everything from the Chapter 5 collab is here. Reload also has a new mode with the update today, and while it's nothing crazy like a new map, a lot of fans are happy to finally see the return of Slurp Rush to the island rotation. Now, Surf City has been removed, which honestly a lot of people are celebrating, because while the map was fun, it was also just one giant POI. Not to mention, this return also gives you a free bonus 4 stages for your map mastery quests. As for our heroes, there's also a brand new version of Hope dropping tonight with her brand new rival style and sword. Somehow, she's got yet another remix suit before Jones when he's still stuck in his underground design, so maybe that's coming later in the season. Please, Epic. At least if you pick her up, you'll be able to show off your skin for longer on the windscreen. Ever since Fortnite's been updating this the past few seasons, it's meant that you can barely see your character, your emote, or even time to get to move around after winning the game. Now, when Epic said they were trying to revamp the entire loophole for this season, they weren't kidding around. 9 items have been unvaulted already, like the Combat and Nemesis ARs, the Chapter 2 pistol, the Twin Mag, and the Thunderburst SMGs. Wait, actually it goes on. The Flowberry Mist Grenades, Iron Pump, and Twin Hammer Shotguns, the Shield Bubble Jr., and Porta Bunker for Zero Build players. It is nice to see a bunch of loophole changes, but it kinda means nothing when all the fun new stuff we've waited 3 months for is locked behind challenges. So what do Fortnite creators rank this season 1 through 10? Well, here's what they said.
1 through 10. I'm gonna say that this season so far, I'm rating the season a 7 out of 10.
What up, Tommy? I mean, I'm currently on CSGO. I wish there was more change. That's all I can say. I really wish there was more change, dude. I would say solid 6.
I'll give it a 3 just because Tongue is coming to the item shop.
I give this season a 7.9 out of 10, simply because I feel like they're playing it too safe with the new content that we're getting. I feel like we have got a lot of reskinned items, but I just don't feel like there's enough new.
I'm gonna say a 5. I mean, the pubs aspect is cool and all, but but it's just the same.
So far, I would rate it a 7.8. Big fan of like all the live events they did. Big fan of the like lore being back and all that. As far as just gameplay, straight up, I'll give it a 7.8.
That is everything you need to know.
I am the manager of Spawn Island. It's sort of like a waiting room for battle. You can't win, you can't lose. There's technically no consequences.
You know, I know it's fun to dance, but everyone needs to get on the bus now. Where are you going? What are you doing? Stop that, stop. I have to fix that now.
For some reason, that makes people think they can treat this place like it's some sort of zoo.
Oh my God.
What's up, Duck?
What's up is that I'm cleaning your mess. What the players don't realize, okay, is that without me, this place falls apart fast. I get the players on the bus to Fortnite Island. I clean up, and I generally maintain order in a world where nothing makes sense. Okay, listen up. Got a couple of important announcements. First off, we've got multiple ice spices running around today. Very cool. Luckily, I have a little help now. They sent me the workplace variant of the foundation.
He's been really, he's doing his best.
I don't think he understands that weapons don't do anything here, but
I've never had a friend before, so don't put that in the thing.
So yeah, this place is insane, but I make the most of it because this is my kingdom. And you know, someone wants to...
Rabbit fever, duck season. Rabbit fever, duck season. Rabbit fever, rabbit season. Duck fever. Lord,
Scrolling for hours and like start shrinking compared to the images shown. Everybody winning inside of the screen. Why you sitting alone? Room feels smaller the longer the highlights repeating. Disappear when your eyes start competing. Possessions away in the race in the mind. I'd rather two leave a comparison rewinding. One in this giant, ignore I'm in the hand. Joy getting buried, chasing the plan. Buying in the pressure from moments you view. Empty again, that's the promising mood. Hands getting full, but the risk getting drained. Running for more, don't continue to remain. One single look, where the reading his brain. Guard in the sight, keeps the soul in his lane. Think on this slowly, the pressure was lifting. Less time measuring, more time living. Quiet joy entering if you was missing. Closed every screen, man, felt giving and breathing. Got deeper this life forgiving. Life got lighter once got few waves felt large. Scene was true. Money can't buy. Carry a heart, centered and free. That is the treasure eternally.
Worked all month, don't know where it went. Leaks stay small till the roof get thin. Hands stay busy, pockets ain't thin. Labor strong, but discipline dim. Gang get wasted, chasing the loot. Life stay broke, but the pay stay good. Wanna handle money right, go to Proverbs. Life get order when the wisdom's heard. Not just earn it, teach what to keep. Guard your hands and your habits deep. Pay stay open, answers there. God order with warning and care. Learn that book and walk it out slow. Peace shows up with discipline grow. Proverbs 21:20 change habits. Why store oil while food just grab it? Stack small daily, stop living loud. Future finally felt the love. Counting cost before desire spoke. Freedom came when way God broke. Playing the bad, let patience win. Peace moved in where rush it been. Wanna handle money right, go to Proverbs. Life get order when the wisdom's heard. when living right. No more flex, don't quiet, bro, don't get it. Stay smart, but roots run deep. Time reward, discipline key. Teach the young what nobody say. Flesh is what's ahead. Give, save, live within a minute. Live a simple thing. Life get light when greed get cut. Open.
Yeah.